Hi everyone, it's Bobbi-Jo and welcome to my home. I am coming to you with, well, two things. Hashtag Tea Tuesday and hashtag three, Christmas 365, or some people say hashtag 365 Christmas. So just so you know, if you're interested, I will be making this an open club next year. So just I'm going to keep the same hashtag. Just yeah, just have it open and have it take a life of its own. It's been a couple of years that I've been hosting it, so I'm hoping it just takes off and people get involved and it helps people just prepare for Christmas for next year. What it is that we post at the end of every month, the last day of each month. And what we post is just what we worked on. So it doesn't have to be finished. It can be a gift. It can be decorations. It can be cards. It can be whatever you want it to be, as long as it's related to Christmas. So this month, what I did is I followed um, Sam, I can never remember her last name, but she's Mixed Up Crafts here, and also she has a blog. Anyway, she made these frames, is what she made out of them. They're box card frames. So you like that. And yeah, I did not make them as frames. I want them as shadow boxes. And quite possibly I might modify it so that it's a shaker as well and put some snow inside and see about making it a shaker and just have something on top of here. But this is basically what I was thinking of doing. Then I've got some things I'm going to be putting on the outside and maybe a little bit on the inside and stuff like that. I hope this is not showing backwards when it plays for you. But what this is may your days be merry and bright. That's from last year's SCT sampler kit. So yeah, I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So and they take a little bit of time, but not complicated. It's just you just have to follow her directions. I will put that tutorial below. What am I drinking? I don't even remember if I touched on that. Please ignore my face. It's having one of its days. So the tea I'm making is pure leaf tea. It's chai with spices. If I have a basic tea that I like, it is chai. That's one of my like normally people that will have black tea or something like that as a base tea, like not a lot of taste, like chocolate tea or something like that. It is just my base, my go-to chai, and I've got it in my ER mug. And yeah, with a little bit of honey, and just to take the bitterness off. And yeah, that's what I'm drinking today. So last week I was telling you that I had gone and started doing a gluten-free diet. Well, it's not really a diet. It's kind of a change in eating, I guess. Anyways, I started last Monday, and not this past Monday, but the last one. And I am feeling pretty good. The pain level is still there. I'm not noticing a lot less pain. But I have a little journal that I'm putting information in, what my mood was the day for a day, what my what I'm feeling pain-wise for the day, and what were noteworthy things. So yeah, I don't see a huge difference right now, but they say it takes about 2 to 4 weeks to see changes. So I'm keeping track anyways, because I noticed something today. I'm not going to go into that, but I want to see the trend first to see whether or not it was just a one-off thing and stuff like that. So anyways, I do not feel limited. That's why I'm not sure if it's diet's the best word. I don't feel limited at all. The only limitation I have is looking at stuff. For instance, Mario brought chips home the other day, and he wasn't sure about them, but he picked them up because he knew, like, if I didn't eat them, he would. And they were gluten-free. There's a lot of things out there that are gluten-free. I like Smart Food, love Smart Food, but I like the white cheddar one. Well, the white cheddar is gluten-free, but some of the other flavors they have are not. Same with Doritos, for instance. It seems like I'm eating, I don't eat that many snacks, but Doritos, a certain kind is gluten, has gluten, and sometimes do not. So you kind of got to watch that. But what I did is I ordered, for instance, gluten-free muffin mix. And I made some muffins. And Mario, he couldn't wait to dig into them just to see how they tasted. And I added some fruit to them. He thought they were wonderful. So I feel that it's a lot, because I think he was my great uncle. He had celiac disease, and it was way back. And they had to make everything. It wasn't, I don't think there was all of the things that there are today. So anyways, that's my gluten update. Now, for all you Canadian girls and the girls and guys, I guess, sorry. But to all you Canadian girls and guys, if you're interested in my Superstore story, I know I was going to put it on. I recorded it like 3 times. I didn't like any of them. So I'm just going to give you the details of it. So, yeah, I'm usually not a negative person on YouTube, but so the story is, my mother goes into Superstore, and she goes up to the cash and she puts her groceries on the thing. They go through, and nothing's being bagged. It's just, he's just sending it down the line. And I guess there was a couple in front of her that were bagging their own groceries. And some of the groceries even got kind of commingled, kind of. And anyways, so when it was all said and done, she turns to the guy and she says, "You're going to bag that, right?" What's happening? So he reluctantly said yes. Now this is, backing up. This is the real Canadian Superstore, and or Atlantic Superstore in my case, because we're in the Atlantic provinces. So my mother goes home. She's not real happy with the service, so she contacts Atlantic Superstore. Now, she's like me. She doesn't stress too much over these things, but whatever. Anyways, so they say, "Thank you for writing us." And they send this email. I don't know if it is showing flipped right. So anyways, please accept, it essentially says, "Please accept our apologies for your experience. That we work hard to give the appropriate training. disappointed to hear about your service, stuff like that. Well, then it gets in to the next paragraph. So, in an effort to provide our customers with the most efficient checkout experience, we introduced the Bag Your Own program. This process allows us to offer lower pricing due to labor savings, as our cashiers are able to process a greater number of customer orders. Managers are actively communicating with cashiers to ensure that they always are assisting elderly customers and those with small children and when they are not serving other customers. Now, keep that in mind for a second. Furthermore, customers can also always ask our cashiers for assistance if they are not with another customer. So that's said twice. Or they can, they essentially say you can ask for a front-end manager or store manager to help. Yeah. So, anyways, appreciate your feedback. So, what I have an issue with is, yes, my mother is elderly. I don't know why she looks elderly, but she's elderly. However, there are a lot of people out there like me who would probably not ask for assistance. It's just, I probably wouldn't do it. And the reason I wouldn't is because I would feel, because I look, with my fibromyalgia, I don't look ill. I don't look like I can't do certain things. So, and I know this is but I have an anxiety issue, and I probably would not feel comfortable asking somebody, especially a manager, to come and help me do my groceries. So, yeah, I wasn't. Also, you're talking about saving. You're charging us an arm and a leg for groceries, making billions off us. I think we all, Canadians, most of us know who owns Superstore. You're making billions off of us per year. For us to, you say you're going to, pass on these labor savings for us to, what was it? Yeah. Process allows us to offer lower pricing due to labor savings. Please, I need to see, to believe this, I need to see where lower prices have been, because prices are going up and labor is going down because they're having more and more self grocery, like those grocery aisles that you put through your own groceries. So their labor costs are going down. As far as I'm concerned, I may be wrong. Anyways, I think, and yeah, so elderly, people with children, anybody that might look like they need help, stuff like that. The other beef I have is I think these guys are trying, and same thing in Dollarama. Dollarama, every time I go in, they have those self-serve things. Every time they ask me, do you want to do it on here? Do you want to do it? They're pushing those self-serve. Please. I do not work for Dollarama. I just don't. And I don't work for Superstore. And I can just see us getting less and less options for having somebody to do anyway. It was a beef. I don't think they're going to lower prices for us just because they're saving on labor. I don't think that the gentlemen or other people at those cash registers realize that if we all go to the self-serve, what happens to those people? And I think we've got to keep that in mind as well. It's not just our experience. It's the fact that if we all go to, and eventually I'm sure we'll have very little where it's not self-serve. What happens to those jobs? What happens to those people? I don't know if I'm making sense here. Please let me know. But the other thing that I wanted to say is that my mother's friend went to the Superstore, same Superstore that my mother had gone to, exact same. And she went in and she got her groceries done, and the woman helped her, and she packed everything. And her friend brought up this bag your own program right there. Bag your own program. And the person at the cash said, well, where did you hear that from? I've never heard anything about that. I'll take a drink of my tea. Yes, I'm getting it irritates me. It just irritates me. And that is why I recorded and I said, forget it. Just forget it. I'm just going to say something on Tea Tuesday and you guys just take it from there. But self-serve, if you feel you must use the self-serve, don't. You don't work for those companies. You don't. And they're not passing, well, in my opinion, they're not passing on those savings. They're not. In my opinion. I don't, if they can show me otherwise, sure. But and since I'm on the topic of Dollarama, it's not a Dollarama issue, it's a customer issue. We go to this when I go to the Dollarama with Mario's. A lot of the times we'll go to our favorite Dollarama. We know the girls in there. We joke with them. I get, the other day we were in Dollarama and there was a chip bag obviously opened to eat out of. There's empty Tim Horton cups placed on those shelves. There's garbage put on there. These people are not, I don't think they make enough money. I don't think they make enough money, but I especially don't think they make enough money to clean up after, because we're too lazy maybe to carry our cup. I've had a Tim Hortons cup. I've taken it to the counter and I asked, oh, do you have a garbage I can put this in, or what have you? But I am not just setting it on the shelf and not touching it again. Mario even went there one time and Mario eats a lot of chocolate. So he buys a lot of chocolate at Dollarama. And Cherry Blossoms is his fave. He gets home and the cherry blossom is not in the package. It's just a box without. So anyways, we mention it kind of just jokingly at the cash one day, and One woman said she had opened it, somebody had opened it out, took a bite out of it, and put it back in the cherry blossom box. I don't know what's happening with people. I don't know what's happening with people. Or is it something that I've just not noticed before? But it just drives me crazy when I see garbage and stuff like that. That is... I worked in fast food. I have an idea of what these poor people go through. Because I know customer service, I know it, and yeah, I don't think they make enough on the bare basics, but I certainly don't think they make enough to have to pick up garbage off of our... I'm not talking about like sweeping floors and stuff, you know, I know that's part of the job sometimes and stuff like this. I don't know. But yeah. I am in such a complaintive mood today. I'm even irritated at the government and right now because of my application for my disability stuff, and you got... I know. This is me on having one of my days, I guess. Drink my tea. I need my tea. Anyways, I'm going to broach the subject to Mario today to see if he will allow me to take my diamond painting table out to the living room. Because I get lonely in here doing it. And he's out there. And I get lonely. I don't get lonely when I'm doing my crafts. Time flies when I'm doing my other crafts. For some reason lately, the diamond painting, I'm just like, love doing it. Absolutely love it. But would like to talk to somebody while I do it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Anyways. I'm going to have to put like I'm going to have to put a warning on this video. Bobbi-Jo is not acting right. Warning. Anyways. So yeah, I'm going to finish doing my project. I'm going to be laminating some recipes so we can keep them in binders because I have no gluten recipes and Mario has his recipes. I'm having no problem finding no gluten recipes without salt in them, which is great. Because he can't have the salt. So I'm having no problem doing that for meals. And yeah. So sorry about all the complaining, you guys. Thanks for listening if you're still here. Appreciate it. And I will send you guys off. Bye, guys. Have a nice one.